Okay. This is a Martin D15 mahogany top guitar. Brian got this for me. He actually gave it to me because I was going to get an acoustic guitar, and he didn't want me to get a crappy one, so he gave me this one. This is one of the coolest guitars that you can possibly get. There's Taylors, there's Martins, but this is, it was established in 1830 something. Willie Nelson has one. It's called Trigger's got holes and shit all over it, but it's still, that's his guitar. The name of this one is Shree, and Shree in Hindu means beautiful, awesome. He named this one too. So very cool guitar. It's one of my favorites. The whole thing with this is like, on my other one, on the other videos that I've done is when you're changing strings, I forgot to mention this, up here on your tuning pegs, these ear tuners and all that stuff, you wind them outside, that they go outside. Don't ever wind them inside because they'll screw stuff up. But these, they got little screws and stuff on the back, and they got little washers and a nut on top here. You have to tighten those. You have to make sure that they're tight, not too tight so it digs into the wood, but sometimes they come loose because these strings are under a tremendous amount of pressure, and you don't want to have one of these things come loose on you, because I've been impaled by a guitar string a time or two because they broke. So when you're changing strings, always do half turns on each one, so that way it doesn't, your neck will get bent. It'll actually bend it if it's under too much pressure, because wood, even though it's it's pretty sturdy, it's you just don't want to screw it up. So anyway, this is the guitar I play the most. It is very relaxing. The picks I use, I've got, 100 different kinds of picks. There are, thinner for strumming, so that way, it glides across the strings. This one's, I think this might be it. It might be a thin, I can't tell. But, I've got thick ones for heavy picking and all that type of stuff. When I'm strumming, I usually turn the pick. Usually the pick is point down. I usually turn it on its side, so that way there's a flatter surface on it, or like a more of a surface to. It's personal preference. Do whatever you want, but the pick is it's pretty cool. You can use. I've seen people use quarters and pennies. Use whatever you want. This right here, little gadget, it's called a capo, and you can put this on here and it can change the key of your guitar. So it's still the standard. This would become your second fret. So like with the Here Comes the Sun. I haven't played that for a while. Anyway, you get the point. Usually, it's placed up here on the second fret, and it's kind of what they call a cheater bar, and I probably don't have that put on there the right way because I can't see. But people call it a cheater bar, so that way it lowers the action on the guitar strings, so that way you don't have to press as hard, and you can do, it sounds a little bit higher instead of that deeper, but you know, it's still cool. And you know, another way, you know, it's like you see people finger picking and all that type of stuff. How I don't have my thumb pick with me, I couldn't find it. But finger picking, you know, how I learned how to do any finger picking was sitting on the couch watching football or whatever, and I just sat there because I couldn't get my fingers to work, and it pissed me off because I wanted to play something really cool, and I couldn't do it. And so I sat there and I forced myself, you know, I just did G, just sit here and play the G. That's how I learned how to do that. Now you can use your thumb, you know, to let me take this thing off. Can't do it very well like that with my thumb. It's like, you know, I have to keep most of my fingers planted. But with the pick, I can do the other stuff. Anyway, whenever you're playing, you know, you don't have to play it exactly. You know, I'm sitting over here pointing at my book collection. I've got probably, I don't know, I'm looking at 150, 200 books on how to play guitar. And, you know, back in the day when I started learning how to play, they didn't have the internet. Sorry, you know, they didn't have any of this cool stuff. I had to you know, look it up and figure it out on my own or watch them play. And now it's like there's apps for everything. There's an app for, you know, it shows you actually how to play it, and it plays it along and at speed, and you can slow it down and crap and learn how to play it. Yeah, I didn't have that luxury, so I feel pretty blessed that I could do this. So anyway. Anyway, that's it. Yeah, I think that's all. So, anyway, talking to you. See ya. Bye.